child abuse. Fans at the siren, please remain standing and remove your caps. And join us for the singing of our national anthem. Performing the national anthem today, the Wartburg British Corps.
Good afternoon and welcome to Zimmerman Field at Walston Hoover Stadium for this juggernaut American Rivers matchup between the number 14th ranked Central College Dutch and your number 7th ranked Wartburg College Knights here on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. My name is Caleb Kammerer and I'm alongside my partner Chris Guerrero. Chris, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty
evening, by the way.
Yeah,
afternoon.
You did write evening down. It is.
And you didn't stop me?
So I read it and I decided, you know what, it'd be funnier to just let him go and act like it is actually the evening. I don't know why. I just kind of felt like being mean right there.
That's my partner, ladies and gentlemen.
But it is. I'm super excited for this matchup. Essentially, what is the conference title decider between these two squads, two undefeated squads. And, I mean, obviously you said it, two ranked squads in the nation. I don't have any other words to put how excited I am for this and just the tension in the air here in the stadium.
Nothing about the weather?
Football weather.
There you go. Football weather. Well, before we move on, we would like to thank our corporate partners. And now let's get to know both of these powerhouses in the American Rivers Conference, beginning with Central. The Dutch enter today's matchup ranked number 14th in both the AFCA and the D3Football.com rankings. Central has put together an impressive 6-0 record and a 4-0 record in the American Rivers Conference. That has been on the backs of standout running back Jace Grunder and top target Cam Schulte. Grunder has racked up 666 yards on the ground to go along with 8 touchdowns, while Schulte has recorded 41 receptions, 633 yards, and 8 touchdowns through the air. Defensively, the Central line has wreaked havoc on opposing offenses, racking up 17 sacks. Gavin Smith out of the secondary has picked off 3 passes as well. And last week, Central took down Nebraska Wesleyan 34-13. Grunder rushed for 105 yards and 1 touchdown, while quarterback Hunter Hoffman passed for 255 yards and 2 touchdowns, with Schulte grabbing 167 of those yards and both touchdowns. The Dutch are led by head coach Jeff McMartin in his 21st season.
Toss there, won by Central. They're going to defer to the second half, so Wartburg will be receiving the ball to start it off here. Going to be facing their student section for this first drive as the captains head back.
And speaking of Wartburg, they have shot up to number 7 in both of the AFCA and D3Football.com rankings. Wartburg to this point has fashioned a 7-0 record and a 5-0 record in the American Rivers Conference as they begin to run out onto the field. The fight song playing in the background as well. And Wartburg has leaned on their top-ranked defense to this point, a team that has given up just 8.1 points per game and is 3rd in the nation's interceptions and 2nd in rushing defense. Offensively, the running duo of Dawson Rudd and Joey Anderson have carried, combining for 1,117 yards and 9 rushing touchdowns. The Knights last time out, they faced Loris, overcoming a slow start to defeat the Dewhawks 40-20. Dylan Swanstrom scored a touchdown in almost every way imaginable, going for a rushing, receiving, and punt return touchdown. Joey Anderson rushed for 115 yards and a touchdown, while Leo Dodd threw for 179 yards and 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Keenan Tyler recorded 12 tackles and a forced fumble, while Connor Grover snagged an interception. The Knights are led by 5th-year head coach Chris Winter. And in this storied rivalry, one that dates back to 1945, Central leads the all-time series 45-28. Wartburg's had the upper hand in recent matches, winning 5 of the last 7, including the last 3 straight. And the last time these teams faced was in Pella, where the Knights eked out a 10-6 victory. The last time the Dutch traveled, as they send this one away. Bruns. And a nice return right off the bat across the 30, out around at the 35. The last time the Dutch traveled to Waverly, they got me right in the middle of my intro. They were handed a 24-14 loss, and Wartburg's last loss to Central came in a 49-24 loss in 2021, Chris.
Yeah, and the last time these two teams played while they were ranked was in 2022. That was in Pella. Wartburg won that game 35-28, being ranked 20 in both polls. Central was ranked 24 in both. So, I mean, you see just how low those were and just how different it is this time.
So Dodd back. It looks like Rudd next to him. They'll hand it off to Rudd. He'll make a nice cut back. He's taken down. And he maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage. Looks like a half yard.
Yeah, both of these defenses ranked in the top 50 for yards allowed per game. Central ranked number 49, giving up about 286 yards per game. And that's in total offense.
And so another handoff to Rudd. This time he breaks through for a few. There's a flag on the play coming out of the secondary.
Gonna wait to see what that one is.
So Rudd picked up about 3 yards on the carry. Wait for the flag. And a personal foul, a face mask on the defense. And that is a 15-yard penalty and an automatic Knights first down.
Yeah, the exact opposite way of how you want to start a football game if you're Central. I mean, the worst thing that you can do really is give up penalties. And so for it to be on the second play already giving up an instant first down, can't really get much worse than that. They certainly have the capability to recover from it, though.
So the Knights now in Dutch territory, the 47. And they'll look to pass. Dodd rolling out to his right. On the run, finds Justice Bachman. And a nice catch. And they'll give him a first down.
They will, just exactly 10 yards, exactly what the Knights needed. Going to go no huddle with this scripted first drive.
So now back-to-back first downs for the Knights as they are moving. Fake handoff, another pass. Deep shot, Bachman again. And incomplete. just a hair out of his reach and out of bounds.
Covered hardly by Ben DeMilner out there. There were actually calls from the Wartburg side for pass interference, but nothing going on there. And the offense will receive the play call.
So it's 2nd down and 10 on the 36 in Central territory. Two wide receivers on either side of Dodd and Rudd next to him. It'll be a handoff to Rudd. And he's taken down in on the tackle, number 99, Trent Cakerice. That's a gain of about 5.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see that the Knights instantly went for big tosses. That's never what they go for, really. It's always you use the run game to set up the pass, normally in the second half. So to see them going for it already, and here again, Leo Dodd, nobody with him in the backfield. That's really interesting to see.
And 3 out to his left. There's the snap. Fires a wide open Cade Hughes. He's pushed out of bounds right after he picks up that first down.
Yeah, I saw Central's defense having to shift themselves, not knowing what to do with no one in the backfield with Dodd. They were in a zone coverage. We're trying to find someone to cover. Everybody just couldn't with Hughes getting the first down.
On a hurry-up offense, Dodd firing to the end zone. Cade Hughes with the catch. And he's pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
This Wartburg offense going fast-paced for what seems to be the first time in a while on the opening drive, and it's getting the fans here hyped up.
And the ball's at the 3, so excuse me for that. On another pass, looking for the hot hand, and Cade Hughes. An incomplete little heat check right there.
Yeah, I can't see the number of, it's actually, they're walking perfectly. I think that was, once again, DeMilner.
It was DeMilner on the coverage as he's had a busy start on this drive.
Yeah, 2 passes coming straight his way, both targeted towards Hughes also. So, essentially a marked coverage there, and it's mostly just because Hughes has been the one lined up on that right side. As I say that, he's flipped over to the left.
So a different look, a little tighter formation for the Knights. And a jump. Flag.
And it will be on Central. That's a perfect use of the hard count.
So it'll be offsides on Central. It'll get Cakerice with the penalty. So the Knights will move up.
About a yard and a half.
About a yard and a half, half the distance to the goal.
Same formation out there for them. That's one in the backfield with Dodd. It's going to be Rudd with him. Wide receiver each side.
In motion, the wide out. There's the handoff to Rudd, and it's a rushing touchdown. Russian Rudd in for the score.
Yeah, and I mean, that's how you expect a Knights drive to end, in the end zone on the ground. Early 6 points, not even 4 minutes, not even 3 minutes gone on the clock yet here. I think that's the most fast-paced we've seen this Wartburg offense roll all year.
And especially out of the gate as well. Wartburg looking to get on the board for first, and they do. So back for the extra point, Jackson Hoppus. There's a snap, Bachman the holder. Perfect hold, perfect kick. It is now 7-0.
Hit the windows on the W back there. Got kind of worried for a second. Hoppus certainly does have the power and, more importantly, the accuracy to put the Knights up 7.
So Wartburg, as we've mentioned already, an efficient drive to start off this game. And this is a team that looks like they are number 7 in the nation.
Yeah, I mean, exact opposite of what we expected, and clearly the exact opposite of what Central expected this Wartburg side to come out playing. And that's worked perfectly for Coach Winter and his staff. More importantly, the players doing a great job of executing it, especially on that hard count to move them a yard and a half closer. Not what I expected. I haven't really seen many things where Wartburg has gone on the hard count trying to throw the defense off their rhythm.
Well, and also throwing the defense off their rhythm, they got almost, I believe, all of their first downs from the pass.
It was certainly quite a few. Let me see if I can specifically sort that one. Yeah, 3 first downs all from the air. It's just, yeah, completely surprising to see, but when Wartburg needs to adapt, they clearly know how to.
Leo Dodd, obviously a great option at quarterback. He's got 6 passing touchdowns, also known for running as well. Last year, we saw plenty of that when he was splitting snaps with Carter Markham.
Hoppus getting ready to kick this ball away to Central for the first time today.
As Hoppus boots that one away and take it in at the 1. And nice block. He's still on his feet. He's taken down across the 30.
That returner there, Andrew Mohan, did receive, I believe that was Mohan at least, did receive a conference honor last week for a kickoff return in Central's last game. Received the Special Teams Player of the Week from the American Rivers Conference. And, I mean, that's going to happen anytime you return a kickoff. It's absolutely a spectacle to watch.
So taking over at the 32 is the Dutch, Hunter Hoffman, quarterbacking. And you see Jace Grunder next to him. A fake handoff. Hoffman in trouble early. He'll scramble out and dive for about 4 yards.
Yeah, Wartburg running the zone there. Couldn't capitalize on what seemed to be a blown-up play. Geyer had to drop back into a bit of zone coverage instead of rushing up the quarterback just to cover the options and follow the play call.
Empty backfield. Rolling out is Hoffman. And throw well over the head of his running back, Grunder. And that'll bring up a quick 3rd down.
Yeah, not the start that Central wanted at all. Hoffman coming into this game has been very effective. Almost 69% throwing the ball, has 12 TDs as well as 5 interceptions, but 226 about yards per game. Not how you expect them to start, especially not with an overthrown ball to a receiver who seemed wide open.
And it is loud here in Walson Hoover as the 3rd down comes up. 3rd and 5. Grunder's back. A wide receiver in motion. It's Glover. And he's through! Jack Drahos with the sack.
Broke through the line completely. Nobody around him. Gets the sack, makes it 4th down, a 3 and out to start the game for this Wartburg defense. In fact, they did so good on this one, I think that's a gain in total of a negative yardage.
Wartburg did a fantastic job on defense. They came out firing on offense and firing on defense as well, with Drahos picking up the 3rd down sack. And a couple Knights in there, a high punt. Swanstrom calls for the fair catch as it hits off of the helmet of the kicking team.
As a Central runner, it bounced directly off the helmet. While we placed it, I believe, wait to see, but first made contact at about the 39-yard line. They're going to wait to see where they mark it. And again, it's not really surprising to see this Wartburg team with such a dominant defense, ranked number 25 in the nation for yards allowed per game, giving up about 258 yards a game. But I think the thing that stood out to me the most out of going through their team stats, they're number 13th in the nation for time of possession in a total game. 33 and a half minutes when Wartburg has the football, and it is mostly because of that slow plodding offense that eventually builds up throughout the game. The exact opposite of what we saw there from their first drive.
So there'll be a 5-yard penalty after the officials talk it over. And so the ball will be placed on the 42.
3 early penalties here on the Dutch.
So the Knights will take over. So it looks like it's Anderson now next to, and they'll hand it off to Swanstrom on the jet sweep, and he almost breaks through that tackle. He'll pick up about 5. Making the tackle, number 33, Clay Sack.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a runner like Swanstrom, who is very elusive, very hard to bring down, You just need to do your best to keep him wrapped up, and that's how you get the tackle. Just fundamental football there from sack.
So it's 2nd and 5.
Right at the point of the W in midfield.
Got about 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Fake handoff. Dodd, clean pocket, and Bachman there, and they'll say it hit the ground, incomplete catch, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, I think that one, I thought I saw Pellets skip up from the ball. It was very close there. Bachman doing a great job of trying to get the football, making something. Dodd doing a good job of reading the pressure on him, could feel the defenders coming in from behind him. Just wasn't able to complete the pass there.
He stepped up in that pocket as well. And here we go, 3rd and 5.
Once again, only one running back with Dodd.
In motion, Swanstrom. And they'll find Bachman for the first down as DeMilner makes the tackle.
Yeah, and a quick pass. It's very interesting to see that Wartburg's relying more on the passing game here. It's clearly Central is not ready for it. They keep dropping back, trying to play up pressure.
And there's a run, and run! He's clear! He's at the 20! And that's a touchdown! Dawson Rudd is 2nd of this first quarter.
What a break through the line. Absolutely could not be stopped. Pure determination is what led that forward. Candy is flying around here in the home side.
It looks like he might have been in trouble early on in that run. His jersey was grabbed, but he broke through, broke across the 20, the 10, and into the end zone.
Yeah, a lot of contact there on the line. As soon as he got through that, though, no one was near him. He had nothing but grass. Well, I guess turf in front of him.
And kick is up from Hoppus. The kick is good, off the window again.
And with just over 5 minutes gone, Wartburg currently leads Central 14-0.
And they set up those runs, those running plays, those running scores with 4 first down passes.
Yeah, it's really surprising. It's the exact opposite of what the normal Wartburg mentality is. They were throwing the pass, throwing the ball in order to make the defense play a little bit further back, maybe drop into a zone or two, have a weaker coverage instead of all pressuring the line. And it worked perfectly as shown there. As soon as Rudd got through the line, got past a few linebackers, there was nobody there who could catch up to him at all.
So Wartburg now up 14-0 on Central with 9:39 left to go in this first quarter. Hoppus getting ready to kick it off once again, as he has been busy so far.
Yeah, I certainly didn't expect to see him this often in the first quarter, especially not this soon.
Hoppus checks on his teammates, boots it away, as that one, and it's dropped at the 5-yard line. And the receiver, it looks like that was Grunder, had some trouble with it. Was taken down just before the 25.
Yeah, bounced perfectly off his chest, hit the pads, took an odd bounce. Maybe came in a little bit hotter than he might have expected.
And so the Dutch will take over at what looks to be their 24.
I see Hoppus walking along the sideline with a bit of swagger on himself. He's feeling himself after those kicks.
In motion, the receiver. And there's the handoff, Grunder. And breaks through. It looked like he had nowhere to go, but he'll pick up a gain of 8.
That was 33 on the tackle there for Wartburg. The one Keenan Tyler, Defensive Player of the Week, just last week for Wartburg in the American Nervous Conference. Did a good job of getting through that. I mean, yeah, it's interesting. Grunder almost had the exact same run that Rudd did, breaking through the line. It was just that Tyler was able to wrap him up there, bring him down. He did kind of look like he had a lot of slack on the jersey that he was able to pull on.
So 2nd and 1. It's a heavy set, and Grunder's taken down immediately. Maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, fought for it. They're going to give him about, looks like a half yard, so it'll be 3rd and inches to go. Wrapped up instantly. It was those 2 men in the middle, Drahos and McDonald, able to break through and create the pressure there. Wartburg looking to force another 3 and out.
So 3rd and inches. So we're approaching 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Five lined up at the line for Wartburg.
And there's the handoff. And it looks like they'll give him the first down as Grunder picks it up.
Yeah, it did get hit behind the line of scrimmage, but using the momentum to fall forward, pick up the first down. And Central's first down of the football game.
So 1st and 10 on the 35. Empty backfield. In motion. Fake handoff. And Hoffman will try and take it himself, and he'll be taken down. That's number 55, Connor McDonald. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
First on the contact there. I couldn't see who was in from behind to also help bring Hoffman down. But just a lot of pressure. This Wartburg defensive line is being an absolute hassle for this Dutch O-line.
And Hoffman also one of the more mobile quarterbacks, about 23 yards on the ground to go along with his 26 in there. So that'll bring up 2nd down. 4 receivers out there. Grunder. And they'll find him out of the backfield. Get some nice tackles, still on his feet. And it'll take a pair of Knights, Jason DeBoy and Keenan Tyler, to take him down, but that'll pick up another first down for Central.
Yeah, fought through a bunch of contact there, much like you would expect to see from one of the runners in the black jerseys.
Central looking to keep it moving. Hoffman steps back to pass again. Across the middle. Missing his receiver, Keenan Glover.
Yeah, Glover just wasn't where he needed to be exactly. I thought it was a ball just a little bit, I think, overthrown too. No defenders in the area, just not placed where it needed to be. And the Central support, which there is a lot of on the far side, even back up on the W on the brick standing. Sea of red over there.
These are two teams that travel well when they're away.
Yeah, and especially when it's a game as important as this, I'd expect to see a whole lot of away support.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball's right on the 50. There it is, a handoff, Grunder. And he'll get into Wartburg territory. He'll pick up 5. Ball's on the 45, and that'll bring up 3rd down once more.
Empty backfield for Hoffman. It'll be interesting to see what the set here is.
And the Knights are through quickly on the run, and Grunder can't make the catch. Incomplete. And it's 4th down.
Sam Rose was right on that ball as soon as it was thrown. I don't know if the hit was made right as the ball was caught or if it was just muffed a little bit. It seemed like the ball was popping out of his arms as soon as the catch was attempted. And Central is going to send out, I believe this is punt squad. And it will be Brody Lee going out back to get ready to punt this one away.
And after what looked like a promising drive for Central, Knights defense picks up the stop and forces another punt. As that one's away and floats, and a beautiful punt as that is right on the goal line. Brody Lee, a fantastic punt.
I mean, the spin on that was absolutely beautiful. It took a perfect bounce on the turf to land exactly where I thought for certain that had the power. It certainly looked like it had the power to go out to the end zone, but a perfect spin leads to it bouncing along the goal line. Now the Knights literally on their one.
So the Knights will face their first true test of the day after the grape. And it'll be a keeper.
Yeah, essentially a tush push there.
Trying to get some space so they can run a play.
Right, we'll pick up, I think it's about a yard or two. It'll be 1 yard is what they pick up.
So the ball's now on the 2, 2nd and 9.
They just need to make sure to protect the ball in the backfield. If there's any way they can at least get to the line of scrimmage, make sure they don't give up 2 points. That's all that really matters here.
Dodd's back there again, a handoff, and plays blown dead. Most likely be either a false start or an offsides, but it'll be false start. So half the distance to the goal, and they're right back at the 1.
Yeah, right to where they started this one. Tight end got a little too jumpy there. And the Knights with possession with the ball, under 5 minutes to go in this first quarter.
So 2nd and 10. There's another carry. And this time it's Joey Anderson. He'll pick up a few.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Knights needed, just to give themselves space to breathe. And I think, actually, they picked up about a few yards, about 6 yards on the pickup there.
So a great first touch for Joey Anderson. That'll bring up 3rd and 4. And the ball's on the 7-yard line. And Dodd scrambling, fires, and a great diving catch. That's the tight end, Matt Defoe.
I mean, that one is executed to perfection. Dodd with a great roll to the outside. Defoe exactly where it needed to be, right over the defender's head. And that's a first down. That was actually on top of Brody Morrison, player who was my standout. It was going to be my standout if we had time to in our little intro. He's been absolutely outstanding, but just couldn't get his hands on that ball there. He has 2 interceptions on the year. Can't make it a third.
And so we're now at 1st and 10 on the 17 in Knights territory. Fake handoff. Rolling out is Dodd, and find Bachman on the sideline, as he'll pick up another passing first down.
And that's all thanks to an outstanding block by Simon Ott. A lot of pressure rolling into Dodd as that play started. It's absolutely shoved his defender away to keep the play alive.
So ball on the 32, about 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. So there's a running back. I believe it's Rudd. And Schmidt in motion. There's the snap. Quick fire into trouble. Looking for Bachman. Broken up by number 21, Gavin Smith.
Smith has been a really good job at forcing turnovers, more importantly playing on the ball. On the season, the seniors picked off 3 passes, as well as forced a fumble, 21 total tackles on the year for him. A good job being there to break up that one.
And so it's 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end, Ott. Handoff, Joey Anderson looking to go outside, and he's brought down. That is number 2. We'll find that for you shortly. So it'll be back to the line of scrimmage.
That was Nick Bandy on that tackle there.
So 3rd and 11, looking deep and just off of the hands of Matt Defoe in coverage. Number 13, Jonathan Weaver, and that'll bring up 4th down, and the Knights will boot this one away.
Yeah, I mean, it did a good job of showing that their pass offense still is as capable as it was in those first 2 drives. Just can't do anything on this one. Hoppus is going to be back out there once again, but instead of for points, it'll be send this one away on 4th.
Hoppus, we know, has got a leg on him, has won Special Teams Player of the Week twice this season. There it goes, a low one, and he'll boot it away.
A lot of spin on that one. It's going to actually fly out of bounds.
So we'll see where they mark that ball. They got it across the 50.
Just barely at the 49. I think he was just doing his best to kick that ball away. I think also the fact that it was a little low probably threw him off a little bit. The Central defense, the rushers certainly are able to create chaos. They have 2 blocked kicks on the season.
And so the Central offense finds themselves in great field position to start this drive at their own 49. And a handoff to Grunder, but he's taken down quickly. Jake Walker there.
Perfect use of the outside edge. Walker able to get around essentially untouched for the loss of 1 yard.
So it'll be a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. This Wartburg front line has been strong as we got 1:30 left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, essentially all of the defense has come from that front line, the defensive line of Wartburg, and it's kind of what you expect to see out of this squad. They certainly are bolstered up there up front.
Here we go, Hoffman back to pass. Can't find anything. Hatcher wraps him up. And that ball flies out of bounds. So Hatcher there almost picks up a sack, but he'll take an incomplete pass.
Yeah, Hoffman actually, more than anything, a good job of getting that ball away. Still to absolutely no one past the line of scrimmage. That's really all you need to do, is just make sure you aren't getting an intentional grounding, as that would be the absolute worst case scenario. 3rd and 11 to go, though, for the Dutch.
As Wartburg's pass defense has been strong to this point. 1:13 left to go. And he's on his feet, taken down. And it looked like Connor McDonald got in there with the push and the sack.
Yeah, McDonald, Keelan, Tyler, both of them in there on that one. You couldn't exactly see. It was certainly a double number that got that one. I do think it was Tyler. Is going to get credit for the sack. Is under a minute to go. This Wartburg defense has done a great job of being an absolute nuisance. More specifically, that defensive line, but do not discredit the D-backs on that one. You have to have the coverage in order to give your defensive line time to break up a pass play.
So Lee will once again step out there, had a fantastic punt, pinning the Knights inside of their own 1. As Lee boots this one away, Swanstrom, who had a punt return touchdown last week, gets across the 35. And we've got 20 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
Swanstrom coming into this game actually ranked number 2 in the nation for the most amount of punt return yards with 214. And that certainly does help when you're behind this Wartburg defense, which stalls out offenses at such an absurd rate.
So Knights will take over at their 36. It's like Anderson's back out there with Dodd. Knights will have time for 1, maybe 2 plays. A handoff to Anderson as he gets across the 40. So they pick up a 5 for Anderson.
I think that was Pacheco on that tackle there, the first one to get low, essentially get around the waist, the legs, doing a good job of getting that tackle, and they will ride this to the end of the first quarter.
So Wartburg with a strong quarter on both ends of the ball as they lead Central 14-0. We're going to take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
At Waverly Health Center, we're more than just a healthcare provider. We're your partner in wellness, offering a full range of care that supports your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup at one of our 4 family practice clinics or same-day care at our walk-in clinic, we provide quality care you can rely on. From unexpected illnesses to lifelong wellness, we're here for you every step of the way. Waverly Health Center, where your health is our priority.
Welcome back to Wartburg football here on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. As Joey Anderson picked up a gain of 2 right there, and so it's 3rd and 3 for the Knights offense.
Yeah, wasting no time coming out of the break, halftime, my goodness, the end of quarter. A little too ahead of myself.
Yeah, well, I was going to say we still got well over 14 minutes left to go, Chris, before we hit halftime. In motion, Jagger Schmidt. As Dodd rolls around, and he'll find Schmidt for the first down.
Well, it looks close there. Going to wait to see if they do give it to him. He will be marked, I think, just centimeters short of the first down. It will be 4th and basically blades of grass.
And the Knights offense staying out there. They'll take out a couple receivers, run a jumbo package.
Here it is. It's going to be a tush push. And it does work. First down for Wartburg.
So Dodd will pick up that first down. So Wartburg's moving the ball once more on offense.
The sentiment behind the tush push is that if it works so well, why doesn't everyone do it? And Wartburg is proving that maybe everyone can do it if they have enough of the personnel to.
So Wartburg with a fresh set of downs. They'll hand off to Anderson. And Anderson can't find any space. He's taken down by number 34, Sebastian Duarte.
Yeah, wrapped up right at the line. Nothing you could really do there.
So we'll bring up second down.
And it seems this is about the first time that this Wilson Hoover has been pretty quiet from the home side, just kind of waiting to see what will happen here to start this quarter.
Well, and with 2 quick scores in that first quarter, and a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, without a doubt. 2 in the back alongside of Dodd now, as well as 2 receivers, 1 either side.
Fake handoff, plays blown dead. And it'll be a false start on the offense.
Yeah, that's 2 false start penalties now against the Knights.
And they'll get Jagger Schmidt, the receiver, with the false start.
Yeah, and it isn't that Central has exactly been playing clean. Obviously, that first drive, there was a face mask. Then it was an offsides. So a total of 5 penalties in this game, 3 by the Dutch, 2 by the Knights. Not exactly what you want to see, especially in a game as important as this one. You have to play clean football if you want to win it.
So clock's ticking down. We've got 12 minutes left to go in this first half. Dodd steps back, fakes a pass, and he rolls, fires out of bounds to the sideline, and we'll have 3rd and 15.
A whole lot of time there, though, which is really surprising given just how dominant this Central defensive line can be. The O-line in the black jerseys has done a great job of doing their business.
So 3rd and 15. Ball's on Wartburg's 42. Empty backfield for Dodd. And there's the snap, and a lot of trouble. He'll fire on the run to Bachman, still on his feet, and pushed out of bounds. We'll see where they mark him.
They'll put him down at about the 44-45.
And they will give him the first down.
Official's going to confirm about that because it seemed like the Knights were still a yard short of that first down. Going to wait to see what the actual ruling is. No doubt that Central head coach Jeff McMartin going to do what he can to keep this one as a fourth down. He's stepping out onto the field, yelling over to the officials. As I did think for certain that Wartburg had to reach that 43-yard line. They got to the 44 before the chain started moving.
Got the Jeopardy music playing over the air. It's a little fun twist. I don't know if we ever had that before.
I think we had once in a while, but it's something to pass the time as the officials confer on the far sideline. A few in the central red in the stands standing up waiting for a decision. So you talked about the history between these two squads, and obviously I think the biggest one to me is that between them a total of 52 conference titles in the Iowa Intercollegiate Athletic Conference, now the American Rivers Conference. Central has 32 to their name, Wartburg 20, and obviously quite a few of those from Wartburg coming recently, and it will be a fourth down.
So 4th and 1.
It will be.
We'll see.
Yeah, this is what I thought it was, the first down marker at the 43-yard line. Obviously, the Wartburg fans not going to be happy. By the way, going back to that total conference title stat, 3 of those have been split between the two schools, the latest of which was in 2019 as they split the ARC title.
And Wartburg's going to leave the offense out. Try and pick up another 4th down conversion. And they'll run that play, and picking up that first down, number 31, Joey Anderson.
I want to call out Cole Hotz there. A great job trailblazing. You see, he actually went to the ground before Anderson did. A great job of being the lead blocker on that one. Made the hole as big as Anderson needed it to be.
So that call ends up not doing much. Had to go for the 4th down. They end up picking it up on the Anderson run.
That's now 2 fourth down completions for the Knights in this game, both within a yard.
So we're ready to go once again. There's the snap and a fire, and Swanstrom makes a nice catch. Was expecting that pass a little bit closer to him, had to go out for it. They'll pick up about 4 yards.
Ty Joss, the one on the wrap up there, the safety coming in to cover the man. And a good job. It was a pretty quick pass, though a little bit lofty. Swanstrom might not have had as much time to react as he would have wanted, but still a decent yard gainage.
So 2nd and 7. Anderson back there with Dodd. 3 receivers out to the left. Now 1 in motion. Fake handoff. In trouble. Dodd using his legs. He'll slide.
They're going to mark him down a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Did a good job there of not taking a sack, though.
So 3rd and 8 now. So we've got 9:38 left to go in this first half. So Wartburg leads 14-0. Saw a lot of scoring from the Knights in that first quarter. They've been quiet so far.
Yeah, but they're setting themselves up pretty well here to try to tack on another 6, maybe even 7.
So 3rd down and a deep shot. And Schmidt had his guy beat, but the pass too far out in front of him. That'll bring up 4th and 8.
I'm going to wait to see what the call here is. It probably, Jackson Hoppus is going to go out. We'll wait to see. It will be a punt. This would be quite a long field goal, even if it were from the line of scrimmage. That's what, about 46 yards. So let's say about a almost a 50-yard field goal, probably more if he went for it. But they're just going to punt it away. Hoppus standing at about the 50.
And Hoppus boots it out of bounds, and that'll end up going down as a great punt, as they'll mark it at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, not as great as the fans would have thought, but still putting the Dutch in their own 10-yard line is very impressive. Hoppus still doing his job as it's needed. 9:09 left to go in the second quarter.
So the Dutch will look to break through in this one. They've had some tough luck so far. They've got just 7 rushing yards and 15 passing yards, a grand total of 22 yards.
And Wartburg, I mean, obviously they are well known for that rush defense, giving up under 25 yards a game. Number 2 in the nation on the ground, stopping it. They've done a great job of holding the passing game to where they are in complete control of it, especially with how they've been throwing the ball so far.
So in motion, Grunder. They'll do a quick fire as Schulte picks up his first reception. But he's taken down quickly. He'll pick up, looks like, 2 yards.
Connor Grover, the one given the credit for that tackle. But Mac Watts, even then, he fought through his block to at least make contact there. Made Schulte stop up a little bit.
So 2nd and 7. Hoffman fires quickly, and almost jumping in front of that pass was Mac Watts. Schulte the target on that one.
Yeah, the fans here got real excited. A big intake of air as everyone thought that one was going to be an intercepted. And with no one next to him, no one in front of him, Watts definitely could have returned that one in for 7. Wartburg putting up a total of 57 total defensive points. One of the best in the nation on the year.
It's now 3rd and 7, 8:40 left to go. Ball is on the 13-yard line. Grunder next to Hoffman. 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Lots of options for Hoffman. Norton will go in motion. Flags thrown.
Wartburg side porting.
And it'll be a delay of game on the offense. And put him back 5 yards.
It's been a while since we've seen the delay of game call. And it really is more surprising to see here in this game. The noise, the pressure, maybe just a little bit too much for the Dutch offense.
So it's now 3rd and 12. And the exact same set. Hoffman ready to go. In trouble. On the move. And stumbles across the marker, and that will be a first down.
Yeah, and a play that could have ended in 2 points for the Knights now ends up in a reset of downs for the Dutch. A great job of rolling out and making the space where needed from Hoffman.
Hoffman, a great use of his legs on that play, so that'll bring up 1st and 10 on the 22 with 8 minutes left to go in this first half. Grunder gets the handoff, and he's taken down quickly. Grunder looked like he just ran right into his lineman, had nowhere to go.
Yeah, well, against any other defense, really, you can rely on those linemen to blaze a path for you. You could just essentially keep a hand on their back, and you just walk with them. But not against this Wartburg defense, specifically not against this defensive line for Wartburg. They are not going to let you get anything easy at all.
So Grunder gets back to the line of scrimmage. They'll bring up 2nd down. And Hoffman will look to pass. He'll find Grunder, and Grover's there quickly for the stop.
Yeah, it seemed like he was also trying to wrap up the ball there, trying to rip it out of Grunder's hands. Tackle is completed, though, a gain of about 2 yards. 3rd and a little bit to go for Central.
So we've got 3rd and 8. So we're inside 7 minutes here at Walston Hoover. Hoffman, deep shot, and he's got his man down the sideline. That's number 1, Keegan Glover.
That's the perfect pass, and great job there standing in the fakes, Keenan Tyler broke through the offensive line. Great composure by Hoffman to get that ball out cleanly, straight to the receiver's hands. Now no huddle here for Central.
Ball now in Wartburg territory. Hoffman has time, rolls out to his left, and rocked on the tackle. Mac Watts was there, also wrapped up by Jake Walker was Hoffman.
It seems like this is going to become a pattern. Hoffman just doing a great job of adapting on the fly to a situation that could be deadly for this offense. Has done a good job since those first few drives.
And Hoffman took a couple sacks early on in that first quarter, but since then has done a great job of rolling out of that pressure and using his legs to pick up yardage.
Seems that Central is going to take a timeout here, talk it over, as they are now in Wartburg territory.
And we're going to take a quick break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
Financial planning can help keep your personal goals on track. But for some of us, a financial plan looks more like this. It includes building a legacy for your loved ones, college savings for your little ones. Maybe you're passionate about giving back to your community, or you want to pay it forward to causes you care about. At Thrivent, our business is helping guide your finances, but our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. As we are here in the second quarter, 5:58 left to go. Wartburg leads 14-0 over Central. And in motion, Glover, fake handoff. Hoffman in trouble right away. Schulte makes the catch, and he's taken down. So he gets across the 45. As Mac Watts in on the tackle. That'll bring up another third down, 6 yards to go.
Yeah, Drahos is also there to finish that one off. Both of them getting in on that tackle. Third down once again for the Dutch. They haven't had the prettiest of time converting these third downs. It's been loud here in Walston Hoover. The Knights have done a good job of feeding off that energy. Gonna wait to see what the guys in the white jerseys can do.
4 receivers, 2 on each side. Running back behind Hoffman. He's in trouble, and Drahos is there again. And the ball was out. Recovered by Central. And Drahos making an impact on this one.
Yeah, the sack there is huge, pushing them back behind the 50. Central are an offense that are capable of going for it on fourth down. They just have not been in the position, as once again the punt unit is going to have to come out for the Dutch.
And this Wartburg defense, they've given some ground. They gave some ground on that drive, but they bended and they didn't break. They bent. Which way would it be?
Bent. They bent.
They bent and didn't break. There's a low snap to Lee, high in the air. Swanstrom calls for the fair catch as it bounces out of bounds around the 20-yard line.
Wartburg with about 4:21 as they're going to get the football, have absolute domination in terms of the time of possession, a stat that they're used to having control of in the first place.
The Knights will take over at their own 21. As Chris said, 4:21 left to go. Will be a handoff. And nice work, still churning the legs. And the play's finally blown dead.
Picking up about 5 there for Rudd. Good job of getting through, and obviously a lot of help from the men behind, pushing him forward.
Initially on the tackle is Ty Joss. So it's a 5-yard gain. Second down. Dodd calling for it. They'll motion Ott. Fake handoff. And in trouble, and he's taken down. That's number 13, Jonathan Weaver.
The linebacker doing a good job of getting back behind the line of scrimmage. Sack for Central. Wartburg in a little bit of a worse position as they face third down.
So 3rd and 6. Ball's on Wartburg's own 25. Just over 3 minutes left to go in this first half. We're inside 3 minutes now. And Dodd, deep shot. Bachman's open. He's made the catch at the 30 and taken out of bounds by number 21, Gavin Smith. And that's a big chunk play for the Knights.
Bachman on the perfect streak play. Covered very loosely there by Smith, who had to turn around and chase. Did a good job of catching up, but a huge gain there for Wartburg.
And now they'll hand off to Rudd. He broke through a couple tackles. And he will pick up what looks to be 6 yards, so 2nd and 4.
And this Wartburg offense is rolling in the way they did in their first 2 drives. A lot of pace on this team as we get closer and closer to that 2-minute warning.
And here we go. Dodd looking for a pass. A wide open Bachman. He's spinning on his feet. In for the score. As that is a receiving touchdown for Justice Bachman, his first of the year.
And what a perfect way to do it, spinning out of a tackle, giving the Knights a 20-point lead before we even hit the 2-minute warning of the first half. Wartburg absolutely dominating this top 15 matchup here.
And Hoppus continues his busy day. He's out there for another chance at an extra point. There's the snap, there's the kick, it's up. There's a flag on the play, the kick is good.
I think it'll be a false start on the defense. Yeah, it is, it's motion to the defense. So that one will stand, assuming it is declined. Yes. Head coach Chris Winter is just going to make a motion to decline. They're going to take it. 21-0 lead for Wartburg. And still only in the first half of what we assumed was going to be a much closer, much more defensive-heavy game, but it has been defensive-heavy, mostly for Wartburg.
And those big chunk plays have really helped tonight. You think going back to their second score, Dawson Rudd broke 3 free, and then Justice Bachman had that nice streak play, picked up a big chunk of yardage, and then found himself in the end zone after a spin.
Yeah, the passing game here has been the real standout for Wartburg, and it's not something that I really ever expected to say. 160 yards in the air for the Knights have just done a great job. Better pass completion than Central there, 11 for 18 in the air, while Central is only 5 from 10. So that's another interesting thing. Central hasn't been able to get the ball out as much as they might want to. A lot of that comes from the pressure on by the defensive line on their quarterback, Hunter Hoffman. But also a lot of that comes down to the coverage, which has been absolutely spectacular by the secondary of Wartburg.
Wartburg has been fantastic on both sides of the ball. They lead 21-0 with 2:05 left to go in the second quarter. Hoppus boots it, hits the ground, and off the hands. What it looked, but it'll go out of bounds. Flag on the play. Looked like it bounced off the hands of Grunder.
I think it is just still going to be a call. And it will be kicking out of bounds.
Ball is placed at 35-yard line. First down and second.
And before we get to that 2-minute warning, before we get to halftime, just so you know what's on the docket for you guys today, we've got a dance team performance as well as an honoring of last year's All-American, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, quite a few, 29 in total. Quite a few have come out today to be honored in person.
So an empty backfield. Hoffman Quick fire, can't find Grunder. And so we'll have one more play, likely, if not two, based on how quickly that one went.
Yeah, that was a real quick pass out of the hands. Maybe too fast, though. Grunder wasn't even fully set, had to turn around, was still spinning as that ball was thrown out of the hand of Hoffman. And it was pretty wide open, too, was Grunder in the underbelly of that Wartburg defense. Just couldn't get anything on that.
So second down. In motion, Schulte. And they'll hand it off to him on the jet sweep. And he'll pick up about 6. So a 3rd and 4. But before that, we've got the 2-minute timeout. And we're going to take a break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision. Brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
For over 20 years, Taylor Physical Therapy has been proud to partner with Wartburg College to provide on-campus physical therapy services. Wartburg College athletes are goal-oriented, driven, and strive for success. The staff at Taylor Therapy support that mission, helping our athletes be their best. Our on-campus services are also available to the entire campus community, students, faculty, and staff. Find out more how Taylor Therapy can offer therapy programs tailor-made just for you at taylorphysicaltherapy.com.
Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. As the Knights lead the Dutch from Central 21-0, as we are inside 2 minutes left to go in this first half. The receiver in motion, Hoffman, quick fire, finds Schulte, and Schulte will pick up the first down.
Mac Watts with the tackle right away after the first down. Central picks up their 5th first down of the game. Wartburg has 12 so far, so clearly well in favor of the Knights there, especially on penalties. Also, Wartburg have committed less and given up, what is that, about 16 less yards. Central has committed 4 penalties for 22 yards. Wartburg 2 for only 6 yards. So certainly a lot of things in favor of the Knights, which is what we expect, but it's things that really shouldn't be all of that different between these two squads. They are clearly out and out the best in the American Rivers Conference, and obviously in the top 15 of the nation. Both polls agree, the AFCA and the D3Football.com, they agree, both top 15 schools in the nation. And the way that this game is playing out, it doesn't really seem like it. It seems like Wartburg are certainly up there. Central have just not been able to catch up to that pace. And
Central, and every once in a while, teams have those slow starts. Looking back at the Knights, they were down to Loras College last week 13-6 at the end of the first half. So those slow starts do happen. It's just, can you bounce back from those slow starts? Can you bring the game closer and inevitably win?
Yeah, it's really all about perseverance, especially in a game like this one where it's essentially a conference title decider.
And back is Hoffman, firing across the middle. He's got his man. That's Kyle Norton, who makes a diving, sliding catch. And he'll pick up a large chunk of yardage.
And this is what we expected out of the Central offense. High, fast-paced passing offense.
Hoffman in trouble. And that ball tipped away. Jake Walker got in there.
A lot of calls for a hold call here on the home side.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. 1:29 left to go in the first half.
Even with that tip pass, just showing how dominant this defensive line has been for Wartburg, creating nothing but chaos. That's why the Central pass game, part of it at least, why the Central pass game has just simply not been able to get flowing. Seems like, though, they might finally be where they want to be.
Grunder will move out of the backfield, and they'll quickly find the receiver. That's Jurovsky with the catch. They'll bring up third down and about third and 6, 4 yards on the reception for Jurovsky.
Yet another third down try here from Central. So far in the game, they're about 50%, 4 for 8, as are the Knights on third down. They need to convert this one. They will get the ball at halftime, but the chance to go back-to-back is certainly appealing.
1:24 left to go. Hoffman finds Jurovsky again, and he'll pick up a couple of yards, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Wartburg on the day, 2 for 2 on fourth down. Both of those were in 1 yard. One was a tush push. One was a run straight down the gut. This Central offense, though, is very prolific on fourth down conversions on the year. They're 6 for 8 of 75% flat. One of the best in the nation on that conversion rate. And this Wartburg crowd is getting loud, trying to hype up the defense as they're calling for more noise.
It's 4th and 2, 1:20 left to go in the second quarter. 3 receivers to the left of Hoffman as he fires and tipped away. Mac Watts is there. And a big fourth down stop for the Knights.
Yeah, what a hop there from Watts. Got the hand to the ball. Don't need to be anything special. You don't need to pick that one off. Just need to get in the way of it, and they will. Wartburg get the football on their own 30-yard line, but more importantly, with 1:16 left to go in this second quarter.
So the Knights force the turnover on downs. They'll take over at the 30-yard line. 1:16. There's plenty of time if they get one of those big chunk plays they've had earlier. And a fake rollout, and Anderson gets near the first down, and they'll give it to him.
Yeah, and even a yard past the first down, an 11-yard run as this Wartburg offense is now rolling fast-paced, even including the rush game, not just passing-wise.
Dodd's back, in trouble, steps up, and whips it out of bounds. Stops the clock at 59 seconds.
Had a nice spiral on it despite being an absolute throwaway. They're going to say Defoe was in the area, so no intentional grounding. I think that's more to make sure the Central fans don't get all too upset about that call. The officials explaining the reasoning.
So 2nd and 10. Ball's on Wartburg's 41. A fake handoff. And a pass. Defoe's open in the middle of the field as he gets across the 40.
And how stoic Dodd looked on that one. Defender, that was Weaver, running straight to his face, got hit after he threw the ball away. Didn't matter, had all the composure in the world to throw that ball for the first down.
And dropping the ball, looking for Defoe. It's incomplete, so the clock will stop once more. 43 seconds. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I think the most important part of that is the fact that it stops the clock. Gives this Wartburg offense at least a second to breathe. More importantly, it allows the defense to get themselves set a little bit better instead of having just roll off of a quick, fast-paced offense.
So Anderson next to Dodd. In motion, Swanstrom. Dodd steps back, looking around, fires it towards Anderson on the sideline and out of bounds. So 3rd and 10.
Yeah, another play where Dodd is going to have to find a way to make do. Did a good job getting the ball out once again to that left sideline of him. 3rd and 10, though. Wartburg do have an outstanding kicker in Jackson Hoppus. So this one might be a little bit out of his range if they can't move any closer.
3rd and 10 on the 37. With 37 seconds left to go. in the first half. Empty backfield for Dodd. And in trouble, escapes. Still looking, firing. Swanstrom, but it's out of bounds and out of his reach. 4th down.
Yeah, I think there were calls there from at least the fans to just have Dodd go run that ball, pick up some yardage. It's 4th down, and Hoppus is going to be back out there to punt once again from Wartburg's own half, or excuse me, from the central half.
It's such a tough spot right here. Hoppus is such a great punter, such a great kicker, but this is a tough position to be in. So with 29 seconds left to go, the Knights elect to punt.
Interesting punt return formation, too, here from Central. Everyone loaded up on the line.
Looking to block it, and Hoppus will boot it into the end zone. So a touchback, and Central will start on the 25.
Yeah, Hoppus was warming up his leg for quite a while there on the sideline. Might have thought just enough room, maybe go for a field goal there, but Wartburg will punt it away. Central get it on their own 20 with 22 seconds left to go in the half. Again, they will receive the football at the start of the second half. They won the coin toss deferred. Be interesting to see what they do here. I'd expect a very fast-paced offense. They still do have two timeouts. The Knights have all 3. Wouldn't be surprised if we see deep pass after deep pass, trying to rack up something on the scoreboard before they head to the locker rooms.
So 22 seconds left to go as Wartburg is up in this first half on Central 21-0. So the offense out there for Central for another try. There it is. Handoff to Grunder as he stumbles, but kept his feet under him. That was quite impressive.
Yeah, it seemed like he just kind of tripped over the turf, but found a way to stay on his feet, and it seems we will head to halftime.
And so at the end of this first half, Central has 0 and Wartburg with 21 as they have defended Walston Hoover so well in recent years.
Yeah, without a doubt, and especially against such a tough opponent as this. An outstanding first 2 drives from the night established a 14-point lead. They picked up 7 here in the second quarter, and it's been all night so far throughout this football game.
Yeah, and we're going to get ready for the halftime festivities here. Once again, you'll have a performance by the dance team, followed by recognition of the 2024-2025 All-Americans. There's 29 total. I believe 17 of them are here to be recognized. As we are waiting for the field to clear before the dance team gets to head out there. We're waiting for the field to clear so the dance team can head out there. There it is up on the video, so we'll send it down to the field for this halftime performance by the Wartburg College dance team.
Welcome to the field, your Wartburg College dance team. Today's performance is choreographed by Captains Aaron Roberts and Margaret Van Swybrook. The team is under the direction of Coach Birgit Blommeris. Ladies and gentlemen, your Wartburg College dance team. Wartburg College dance team. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please direct your attention back to the field. We are proud today to recognize 17 out of our 29 total Wartburg College student athletes representing track and field, men's wrestling, softball, women's basketball, and our bowling teams who have earned All-American honors for this past winter and spring seasons. These individuals have distinguished themselves through outstanding athletic achievement and represent the highest standard of excellence for Wartburg College. First, women's basketball, Jaden Murphy. Jaden was named D3Hoops.com 15 All-American for the second straight season, becoming just the fourth multi-time All-American in program history. She also earned all-region honors and helped lead the Knights to 3 straight conference titles and their 9th straight NCAA tournament appearance. Jaden Murphy. Men's wrestling, Tommy Vonson. Tommy earned NCAA All-American honors last season in the 141-pound weight class with a 7th place finish at the D3 Wrestling Championships. Tommy Thompson. Track and field and cross country, Ian Nyans and Ben Russell. The duo earned All-American honors as part of the 4x400 meter relay team, finishing 8th at the Outdoor National Championships alongside teammates Hutton Edney and Jensen Clapp. Ian Nyan and Ben Russell. Jacob Green. Jacob earned All-American honors in the indoor 5,000 meters and 9th in the outdoor 10,000. He is now a 5-time All-American in track and cross country. Jacob Green. Aiden Decker. Aiden picked up an All-American accolade in the distance medley relay with a 9th place national finish alongside Lance Sebaski, Jensen Clapp, and Carter Cruz. Aiden Decker. Tyler Schermerhorn. Tyler earned All-American honors in the outdoor 10,000 meters and is now a 4-time All-American. Once again, Tyler Schermerhorn. Lance Sebaski. Lance was a 3-time All-American last season, earning honors in the indoor mile, distance medley relay, and finishing 6th in the steeplechase. He's now a 6-time All-American. Lance Sebaski. Jojo Temisma. Jojo tallied All-American honors in the indoor 60-meter hurdles, claiming 3rd in the outdoor 400 hurdles, and part of the All-American outdoor 4x400 relay medley. She is a 7-time All-American. Jojo Temisma. Ryan Decker and Haley Meyer. The duo earned All-American honors in the outdoor 4x400 relay. Along with Jojo Temisma and Sophia Stolly. Once again, Ryan Decker and Haley Meyer. Emma True. Emma claimed a national championship in the outdoor hammer throw and All-American honor to the indoor weight throw. She is a 5-time All-American and the first hammer throw national champion in program history. Emma True. Addie Veld. Addie earned All-American honors with a 13th place finish in the outdoor discus. Addie Veld. Michael Goodenbauer. Michael picked up All-American honors after placing 16th in the outdoor 3,000 meters. Michael Goodenbauer. Rylan Martin. Rylan earned All-American recognition with a 14th place finish in the indoor 800 meters. Rylan Martin. Grace Braden. Grace is an All-American in the indoor 60-meter hurdles with a 13th place finish. Grace Braden. Dayton Love. Dayton was 3-time All-American last year with national finishes in the indoor 60 hurdles, outdoor 110 hurdles, and outdoor 400 hurdles. He is an 8-time All-American in his career. Dayton Love. Fans, once again, let's hear it one more time for your Wartburg College Athletic All-Americans. Congratulations.
At Waverly Health Center, we're more than just a healthcare provider. We're your partner in wellness, offering a full range of care that supports your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup at one of our 4 family practice clinics or same-day care at our walk-in clinic, we provide quality care you can rely on. From unexpected illnesses to lifelong wellness, we're here for you every step of the way. Waverly Health Center, where your health is our priority.
Financial planning can help keep your personal goals on track. But for some of us, a financial plan looks more like this. It includes building a legacy for your loved ones, college savings for your little ones. Maybe you're passionate about giving back to your community, or you want to pay it forward to causes you care about. At Thrivent, our business is helping guide your finances, but our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
For over 20 years, Taylor Physical Therapy has been proud to partner with Wartburg College to provide on-campus physical therapy services. Wartburg College athletes are goal-oriented, driven, and strive for success. The staff at Taylor Therapy support that mission, helping our athletes be their best. Our on-campus services are also available to the entire campus community, students, faculty, and staff. Find out more how Taylor Therapy can offer therapy programs tailor-made just for you at taylorphysicaltherapy.com.
At Wartburg College, your journey will take you beyond the classroom to unlock your potential, discover who you are, and build skills that open doors to an exciting future. You'll experience more at Wartburg, like broadening your horizons through study abroad, gaining hands-on knowledge with your internships, and building a network that supports you long after you graduate. And our dedicated professors are here to guide and engage you every step of the way. Visit campus to see how you can experience more at Wartburg College.
Welcome back to Wartburg Football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. My name is Caleb Cameron. I'm alongside Chris Guerrero as we are going to give you our halftime report here because Wartburg right now leads 21-0 over Central.
Yeah, and I think the big thing to point out there is number 7. Wartburg is currently leading number 14, Central, 21-0. Absolutely absurd given the score. Is the fact that this is a top 15 matchup. It has not seemed all that close, save for maybe, the last 2 minutes of the half, and that's just because Central was finally getting their offense rolling, but they haven't really been able to do anything all day.
And Chris, why don't you outline some things that have stuck out to you on this Central team?
Well, I think the biggest thing is it's been the amount of penalties they've had. It's 4 penalties for a total of 22 yards. A lot of those came early on, and they kind of allowed the Knights to be a little bit more free-flowing because it put them in a better position, especially on that first drive. There's a face mask that pushed the ball up 15 yards. It was kind of just crazy. Excuse me, was that 10 yards normally, right? Face mask is 10 yards, unless I'm wrong in that.
It's 15.
It is 15. Okay, I knew I was right. I just had to double-check that. Yeah, pushed them up 15 in their first possession. They've also struggled in terms of their offense. They're 4 for 9 in terms of their third down conversions, but more importantly, have not gotten to within the 20-yard line of Wartburg. They are flat 0 for 0 inside on their red zone chances. Biggest player that really is not performing how we would have expected is Jace Grunder. 666 yards coming into this game on the season, has picked up a total of 20 yards. Now, of course, this is against the second best rush defense in the country. Wartburg giving up less than 25 yards a game. Actually, Central has done a good job. They've hit 26 yards, so that's already more than Wartburg normally give up. But still, just absolute shutdown of the offense. Hunter Hoffman in the air has been very good throughout the year. Has a total of, coming into this, had a total of 1,355 yards, as well as 12 touchdowns. Has thrown for a total of 80 today, and more importantly, been sacked 3 times.
How Wartburg has really gotten through is Connor McDonald and Jack Drahos have combined for all 3 of those 6, with Draho picking up 2 as he's looking like he might be in contention for the defensive player of the week.
Yeah, without a doubt. He's just been kind of everywhere, and especially when you get those sacks, it's going to help pad the numbers a little bit nicely.
And on Wartburg's side, they've had the ball for 17 minutes. Just a staggering amount of time to hold on to that ball, especially when you think about their first couple of drives being quick. They've also more than doubled the yardage of Central. They've got 283 total yards, as Leo Dodd has thrown for 182 yards, more than he threw all of last week. He also has a touchdown. Dawson Rudd is 65 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdowns. And Justice Bachman has now set career highs in catches with 6 and yards in a game with 117, as well as wrapping up his first touchdown of the year.
Yeah, just an overall great day for Wartburg on both sides of the football. Central certainly have the capability of warming themselves up. They just have to get things rolling. The question is, can they?
And Wartburg, that defense, again, specifically that secondary, has really shown to be a problem here for the Dutch.
Yeah, no interceptions on the day, but that doesn't mean they haven't been there to break passes up, have created a lot of chaos. It's part of the reason that the defensive line is able to create so much chaos. There's absolutely no outlets for Hoffman to toss the ball to.
Yeah, everyone's been covered up well. And Chris, before we continue on with maybe some of our thoughts for the second half of the game, how about the rest of the American Rivers Conference?
A lot of very interesting scores around the ARC. Currently in Storm Lake, the visiting Dewhawks lead 14-0 over the Beavers. All games at halftime, I should say right now. All games kicked off at 1, all at halftime. In Cedar Rapids, 42-0 is what the Cohawks sit on over the Dutch. My God, that's Central. The Norse of Luther. Luther still searching for their first win on the season. Doesn't look like it's going to come against the 4-2 Cohawks. And in Indianola, the closest game of the day so far, Simpson currently leads 7-0 over the visiting Spartans of Dubuque. That's your look around the ARC. Of course, Nebraska Wesleyan, the team on their bye for this one.
We hear the hype-up music going here in Walston Hoover, and here the Knights come out of the tunnel as we prepare for this second half. Here at Walston Hoover Stadium, once again, Wartburg leads 21-0 over Central. We're going to take a short break before we give you our thoughts for the second half, some storylines to look out for. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
At Wartburg College, you can receive up to $1,500 towards study away, internships, research opportunities, and more through our Knights Experience program. Go beyond the classroom to unlock your potential, discover who you are, and build skills that open doors to an exciting future. All for less than you might think. Our dedicated professors are here to guide and engage you every step of the way. Visit campus to see how you can experience more at Wartburg College.
Wartburg College has earned an international reputation for excellence in music, offering degrees in music education, music therapy, music performance, and church music. Students can also earn a dual degree in music therapy and music education. More than 1/3 of all Wartburg students participate in one of 18 music ensembles, which are open to both music majors and non-majors. To learn more about Wartburg's music program, visit wartburg.edu/music.
Wartburg Athletics is built on excellence, with passionate coaches, dedicated support teams, talented student athletes, and world-class facilities. It's not just sports here, it's a community that pushes everyone to be their best. Come see what makes Wartburg exceptional. This is the W. It's a one-stop shop for everything athletics. I'm pretty sure it's held up by championship trophies. Wartburg has multiple fitness areas. Our weight room has 17 racks and Elite Form, the most advanced motion tracking software to help our athletes improve. Welcome to Line Softball Field. Baseball's home is Harms Stadium at Hurdle Field, and soccer plays at Salzwedel Field. The Max Cross Country course is right on campus. Visit Walston Hoover Stadium. Football's pretty much in our DNA. The Myrink Family Tennis Facility was recently updated. Wartburg Track and Field. Amazing team, epic merch. Dance and cheer support the Knights, and we also compete. Bowling and golf compete here in the Cedar Valley. Levick Arena is home to basketball, volleyball, and wrestling. We also have practice courts and a massive wrestling room for our men's and women's teams. Clay Target Sports competes nationally. Join the global stage with our esports team. With over 700 student athletes, Wartburg is a powerhouse of determination. If you're ready to learn more and be a Knight, come visit. We'll show you around.
Welcome back to Wartburg football here on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. My name is Caleb Camero, alongside my broadcast partner, Chris Guerrero, as we have been overseeing a game in which Wartburg leads 21-0 over Central in a battle of two top 15 schools.
Yeah, it's absolutely just the fact that two ARC teams are ranked within the top 15 itself is certainly outstanding. Again, as I said earlier in the broadcast, the last time these two schools played ranked was in 2022. Wartburg was ranked 20 in both the AFCA and D3Football.com polls. Central was ranked 24 in both of them as well. So it's just interesting to see how different the conference has become. And I've been looking around at some of the other top 25 scores, and quite frankly, I want to tell you the scariest one that I have found. Currently in Naperville, it is also halftime as North Central is hosting the visiting Augustana. Now, be prepared for what I'm about to say to you. The current score, Augustana, 7 points at halftime. North Central, 55. It is certainly absurd. Augustana currently sitting at a 5-1 record on the year. North Central, of course, one of the 10 teams with a perfect record, a lossless season. Wartburg, I think, actually is the only school currently sitting on a 7-0 record. Every other undefeated school is sitting at 6-0, as Wartburg have not had their bye yet. They're going to have it in 2 weeks' time. But it is looking, if you look around the rest of the top 25, it certainly is scary to see what the Cardinals in Naperville are doing.
Well, Chris, we're about ready for kickoff here. What are some things that you'd like to see from both of these teams for Central to crawl back into this one and attempt to win, and for Wartburg to stay where they are? Central
just kind of need to let themselves find a flow state. They can't allow this pressure to build up on them. If it's using a quick dump pass, and if they need to, that's what they have to do. They have to find the first downs. Wartburg just needs to maintain this pressure, and it seems like that's exactly what they plan on doing.
So Grunder will take the kickoff, and he's across the 25. Broke through a couple tackles. He's finally taken down.
Looks about the 29-yard line. A great return. About 28 yards there on that kickoff return.
So it looks like they will spot the ball at the 29. And Chris, you know, something I just realized is that every single game in the American Rivers Conference, one team was shut out in that first half.
Yeah, it is interesting. Just obviously some different levels. Co 42-0 over Luther, but it is interesting that the defensive side of at least one school has done a pretty good job in each of the games.
Hoffman finds Grunder out of the backfield, and Grover will take him down. He'll get across the 30, a pickup of about 3.
That's a nice screen pass there. A quick roll, and that's kind of exactly what I said they needed to do. They just need to build up momentum, allow themselves to get where they feel comfortable with, and, you know, let things fall as they may. The offensive line has done a pretty good job of not allowing the defensive line as much as they can. It's just when they have that pressure on them, with those 4 guys up front, it's hard.
Hoffman looking, firing, and a nice catch, Keegan Glover, as it looked like Keenan Tyler was there, possibly looking to break it up.
That was Blake Jansen on there, I think, trying to get in the way there. But already it's 3rd down. Central have completed both of their passes so far, but they needed to get this first down. They needed to put themselves in a position to score. And again, they have not reached the red zone yet in this game.
So 3rd and 3. Grunder was next to Hoffman in the backfield. He'll line up and firing across the middle. Grunder makes the catch. He's taken down, and Mac Watson, Keenan Tyler, and that'll be a first down right off the bat for the Dutch.
Yeah, good job there. This is quick passes, exactly what they need. They need to warm up, and now they're going no huddle here.
Hoffman steps back, fires deep across the middle, and it's caught. That's number 81, Jarofsky.
Yes, now finally Central rolling like their offense normally is. They're in great position to score here.
They're moving that ball quickly. Hoffman rolling out to his left, and he'll dump it off to Grunder, who's taken down. And it's an incomplete pass. Excuse me.
Back official calling, saying it hit on the ground.
Incomplete pass is the call right now.
Officials conferring, talking about what the call is. The sideline judge did say it was a completed pass. I'm going to wait to see as the officials start to break away. Yeah.
They're taking their time discussing this call.
I mean, it's a pretty important one as it.
Throwing on the field is a complete pass. And runner made the line again. First down.
It will be first down.
So another first down for Central. They continue to move that ball. The clock restarts. Central getting ready to go as they've had a strong drive. They're just outside of that red zone, Chris, that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, 1 yard away from their first red zone trip of the football game.
Empty backfield. Hoffman, quick fire, and that one tipped. Either Jake Walker or Connor McDonald got a hand on that one.
Yeah, I was watching the receivers there. I couldn't see. I thought the ball would have been a little underthrown. I definitely would have said it. I did not said that the ball was tipped. I was wondering why it came out of the hand so slow. A lot of pressure in by the defensive line of Wartburg, exactly what you expect to see. Offensive line, though, so far has done a good job of keeping them out of harm's way.
And here we go, Hoffman rolling to his right, and there's a flag on the play, almost picked off.
Looks like it might be a holding call. Wait to see what the officials actually say. And it will be a hold on the offense. Number 20, Elam Paris is the tight end. That's now 5 penalties on the Dutch.
That one's a costly one. It sets them back to the 31 for that 10-yard penalty. So it's 2nd and 20. 12-11 left to go in the third quarter.
And even then, despite that, the ball was almost picked off at about the 3-yard line. It was a diving attempt made by, I believe, Blake Jansen. Couldn't get there.
Hoffman under pressure, out of the backfield. Grunder, and a nice tackle. That's Tyler Geyer making the tackle.
Yeah, first made contact, absolutely stopped him in his tracks. Now North Central with a chance of, once again, not even hitting the red zone. North Central, I'm saying Central now. I'm just so taken aback by that score line, 55-7.
Still in your mind. Well, it's 3rd and 15, Chris. Central looking to pick up a crucial third down conversion. Hoffman gets the snap. Under pressure, he's hit as he throws. And the end zone is Jason Aboy, the nearest one to that one. But Keegan Glover, most likely the intended target. It's now 4th and 15. And the
kick
field goal team will head out there.
This will be a 42-yard attempt for place kicker Andrew Mohan. Certainly a long one.
Here we go, Mohan, it's up and has plenty of air, and it's good. And so Central's on the board with 3.
Yeah, it's certainly not what you want, but it's better than having a 0 there. It puts you in a better position. Still 0 for 0 from the red zone. Couldn't get past the 20-yard line. Stalled out at the 20. Obviously, that holding call sent them way back. And they get their first points of the game here in the second half. 11:23 left to go in the third quarter. Be interesting to see how Wartburg respond to this one. I wouldn't be surprised if another fast-paced few drives for them to start it off.
So 21-3 now is the score. As Wartburg pitched the first half shutout. But the Dutch get on the board in their first drive of the second half with 3.
Yeah, you take what you can, especially when it's so hard to put up points clearly against this Wartburg defense. It really was that holding call that killed him there, pushing it back 10 yards to the 31-yard line. The exact opposite of what you need in that situation.
So Aiden Skoda and Carson Bruns back for the kickoff.
Mohan once again going to send it away to Wartburg.
And that one flying high. And Bruns will make the catch. And he'll run to the outside. Flags on the play. Bruns is across the 45. There's a flag back out by the 10-yard line.
Yeah, got brought down by the kicker. Mohan got there. We'll wait to see what the official calls. If it's on Wartburg, it'll go way back. But if it's on Central, return to the 45. Well, it seems like it is going to be on Wartburg.
There's a hold. It's half the distance to the goal. The spot of the foul.
Yeah, Caleb Exidal, the one who was called for the holding there. Wartburg.
Sorry, that'll place the ball at the 6-yard line.
Way back in their own side. Is really all that you need to say there.
So the Knights will line up. Ready to go. It's like Rudd's next to Dodd. They'll give it to him. He'll break a tackle, but won't get much further. He'll get maybe a yard. So 2nd and 9.
It'll be interesting to see if Wartburg does decide to finally play their slow-paced game, their build-up, their game the run game that essentially will build upon itself, or if they're going to go straight back to that passing offense.
$10:39 left to go. Fake handoff and a wide open Exidal, and can't hold on to the ball after the attempted tackle. Breaking that one up, number 25, Brody Morrison.
Yeah, great job being right where Morrison needed to be. Exidal had a great hop to try to get that one, just couldn't keep it through the contact. That ball also kind of perfectly placed by Dodd there. Just couldn't convert. Now Wartburg sitting on a 3rd and 9.
As Chris said, 3rd and 9 with 10:32 left to go in the third quarter.
3 receivers on the right side of Dodd. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a ball to them a little bit further down the field.
Here we go, Dodd in trouble, rolling out, and he'll just run it and run himself out of bounds.
Penalty marker is on the ground at the 1-yard line.
See what the flag is. It's on the 1-yard line. And it's a hold. That's on Braden Plotz. Left tackle, but it's declined. And the Knights hunt unit will head on to the field.
Yeah, not the way that Wartburg wanted to start this second half. But sometimes that's all you can do. Just try to get Hoppus out there to send the ball as far as possible. Certainly has the leg for it and a little bit of wind behind him. It's more coming to him what would be up and to the left. Could certainly use that to his advantage here.
So the ball on the 7. There it is. Hoppus boots it away. That's high in the air and backpedaling is the receiver, number 21. Gavin Smith there. As he'll bring it back across what looks to be.
They'll put him down at about the 43-yard line.
It looks like it'll be the 48 or 43. No, excuse me, you're right.
43, yeah.
It's the 43-yard line. Inside 10 minutes, Grunder looking for a run. He'll pick up about 3.
Central doing a good job of building this momentum for their offense. They have to keep it rolling if they want to get back into this game. Obviously still down 2 scores. Actually down 3 still.
So 2nd and 7 on the Wartburg 45. Hoffman. A handoff to Glover, the receiver, and a nice tackle. As that's Jason Aboy. But not a good enough tackle, as that'll bring up a first down for the Dutch.
Yeah, it's a good job bouncing out there. Glover doing exactly what he needed to. Central have an interesting 2 deep. They have their roster listed. They have running backs and also halfbacks. Glover, one of those halfbacks they have listed alongside Kyle Norton. Someone who they use on plays like that, a quick wraparound, a quick pass, whatever it needs. Just a very versatile position.
Hoffman finds Jarofsky along the middle, and he's still on his feet. And the play's blown dead, and they're inside the red zone now.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to take down anyone who's 6'5", standing at 200 pounds. Jarofsky proving that pretty well, and yeah, like you said, for the first time in this football game, Central sits inside Wartburg's 20-yard line.
Central already got those 3 points early on in this third quarter, as we got 8 minutes left to go in the third. The first red zone trip for the Dutch. In a game they trail 21-3 to the Knights. Hoffman fires across the middle and can't find his man.
Yeah, that ball was just kind of way up. So I couldn't exactly tell who that one was for. Did see a receiver cutting across the middle. Placed too far behind him to really do anything on that one, though.
So 2nd and 10 for Central. .745 here in the third. Hoffman, quick fire. And a missed tackle by Geyer as Glover forced it and gets it across the 10.
Yeah, great job getting low there. But it is going to bring up 3rd down. Not able to pick up the first. A lot of pressure here on Central to convert this in any way possible.
Central needs to score. Norton will check out for April. Third and 4 on the 8.
About 5 seconds to go on the play clock. They spent a while in the huddle.
And a timeout, excuse me, would have been a delay of game, but a timeout called by Central. So we're going to keep it here. It's a big play, Chris. This could bring them within, 2 scores if Central is able to convert this 3rd down, convert this touchdown. What's Wartburg thinking of right now?
I mean, it really is. They just have been very vulnerable to the soft passes underneath their secondary, but behind their linebackers. They played a lot of zone, a lot of coverage like that, where it's just left that area wide open. They've had receivers who've cut in for a little bit of an in route that just haven't been covered at all, and Central's done a great job of exploiting that, using it to pick up quick, easy yards. And that's a lot of what this drive has been based off of. Wartburg just has to do something to cover that. I don't know if it's switching the man or just playing a little bit farther back on their linebackers, reacting a little better. But it really it's what they need to tighten up on the most. Central's done a good job of especially limiting the amount of pressure that the defensive line for Wartburg can get. The O-line is really tightened up here in this third quarter.
It's 3rd and 4. Inside 7 minutes. In motion, Glover. Hoffman firing, and incomplete pass. That brings up 4th down.
And the field goal unit is going to come out. Central, taking the smart decision, is going to take their 3 points. That will still put them within 2 scores of Wartburg. Just not exactly as close as they may want it to be.
Samoan. It's a 25-yard field goal. There's the hold. The kick is up and high and through. And now Central with 6. Wartburg still 21.
Yeah, put themselves in 2 scores. A smart decision there to take the 3 points. Wartburg need to get their offense rolling, cannot let themselves be pinned back within their own 5-yard line. That is really what stalled out that drive last time. They have the ability, they just need to know it. They need to convert on it. We'll wait to see what happens with them as Central get ready to to kick this ball away.
Said punt because that was all their first half offense really was able to get going, but now they've got 6 points on the board. They're the only one to score so far in the second half. Wartburg looking to change that on this next drive.
Yeah, and they're going to have to if they want to keep this momentum building. Obviously, when you put a shutout in the first half, you're going to feel good going into the locker rooms, but you can't just let the good feelings carry. You have to let the on-field product continue to be the exact same. You cannot let up in the slightest.
However, holding this Central offense to a pair of field goals has to feel good, especially in this third quarter coming out. They had 2 great drives put together.
I think they're going for almost an onside, or, okay, just a bit of a squib.
And the ball is loose, a fair catch called, but the catch couldn't be made. Central thinks they have it. Waiting for the call. And Central does have the ball. They complete the onside kick, and they'll spot themselves at the 39.
I mean, that's just a great execution of a kick. I honestly had no idea. I couldn't tell if that was an onside, just a squib. It was real high. Placed somewhere where I couldn't even see who was going for the catch on that one. Obviously didn't have the hands that they needed to. Bounced off of their chest, hit the ground after calling for that fair catch.
So
Central football.
Central's offense will head back out onto the field looking for back-to-back scoring drives, and Wartburg's defense looking to limit the damage. Hoffman in trouble. Mac Watts is there. A dump off to Grunder, and he'll pick up 6 yards on that play.
That's been the kryptonite for Wartburg here. It's just plays where everything falls apart. Grunder and sometimes even Glover are able to roll out and get wide open. Then they pick up 5 free yards, and you stack those on top of each other. That's first down after first down. That's why they've got the 6 points in this half.
But instead we'll see an empty backfield now. Grunder on the far side. Hoffman finds Glover, and he's diving, and they'll bring him up just short, about a yard. And so that'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, once again, just another short pass that was wide open. Nobody around Glover. Now 1 yard away from the first down. Central have been rolling here. and using the defensive schemes of Wartburg to their advantage. They've learned from that first half where they couldn't get anything. They've put themselves in a great position here.
And here we are, 3rd and 1. 5:20 left to go in the third quarter. And timeout, Central. Play clock running down. It's their second one. We're going to take a quick break with them this time. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
For over 20 years, Taylor Physical Therapy has been proud to partner with Wartburg College to provide on-campus physical therapy services. Wartburg College athletes are goal-oriented, driven, and strive for success. The staff at Taylor Therapy support that mission, helping our athletes be their best. Our on-campus services are also available to the entire campus community, students, faculty, and staff. Find out more how Taylor Therapy can offer therapy programs tailor-made just for you at taylorphysicaltherapy.com.
Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. We've got 3rd down and 1 here in Walston Hoover. Handoff, Grunder was met in the backfield, and he's still on his feet, and he gets himself to the 20-yard line.
Jason O'Boy able to get that tackle there, wrapped him around, brought him down, and the Central fans on the far side are celebrating. Once again, Central in the red zone, their second time there. Standing at the 19-yard line, they currently sit down 6-21. Is that 15 points? Yep, that's correct.
So it's first down on the 19. So we're at 4:40. Empty backfield again. Lots of targets and batted away at the line, Jake Walker.
Yeah, stuck a hand up right when he needed to. Good job getting that ball down. And this is after an onside kick that worked for Central. Got the ball at their own 39 to start this drive off after a field goal. Put them at those 6 points. All of their points have come from 2 field goals. Wartburg have yet to score in this second half. They put up 14 in the first, 7 in the second. And those were great offensive drives by the Knights, heavily influenced by the passing game. Haven't been able to do anything in the second half. Central, though, are rolling.
Harris is in motion. And Hoffman on the run finds his man. Is with the catch. That's number 5, Nolan Meyer. And now it's 1st and goal.
The first and goal of the game for Central. Going to wait to see what they can do here, standing at Wartburg's 6-yard line. The Knights really need to tighten up here. They cannot let anything go by them and have the Dutch make this a one-score game. They are getting very hot right now.
Ball's on the 6, in motion, the receiver, Jarofsky. And a nice catch again. That's number 5, Nolan Meyer. Diving for the pylon, can't get it. Blake Jansen makes the tackle. The ball's on the 2-yard line now. Substitutions made. Central talking it over. 2nd down and goal.
Central have used 2 of their timeouts to avoid delay of game calls. They're sitting down only at 1. We're only in the 3rd quarter.
Watch Grunder in the backfield, a pitch. And he's got a wide open lane, and Central with their first touchdown of the game. It's now 21-12.
And they've done a good job using every option, but mostly it's been Grunder, it's been Glover out of the backfield on the side. It's been quick passes, quick rushes. That's what they've built this drive off of. They've got their first touchdown of the football game. And
so they're going to go for the extra point, the PAT.
This converts it, will make it a 1-score game. Knights only leading by 8 if it goes through.
It's up and it's got plenty. It's a one-score game now. Wartburg's 21-point lead now cut to just 8, 21-13.
Yeah, 13 unanswered points to start this third quarter. The exact opposite of what Wartburg needed coming out of the half. They need to tighten up here. They need to get a drive that not only probably takes off quite a while on the clock. It'll be the first prerogative. But the most important thing is they need to reestablish at least a 2-score lead here. They can't let Central build this momentum. They can't let them get too much into this game.
So Central will boot this one away as they've had 13 unanswered, and their defense has stepped up in big ways here in this third quarter.
The ball is exactly on that left hash mark. That's where that onside kick, it was kind of a mix of an onside and a squib from Central. That's where it came from. It was a short run up for their kicker, Andrew Mohan, but he's going to walk all the way back, at least make it look like it'll be a normal kick here.
We'll see what happens here. Walking it up, and they'll just boot this one away. It's high in the air. Aiden Skoda makes the catch. He gets his blocks, and he gets across the 20, not quite to the 25, and this is where that Knights drive will begin.
Yeah, they need to do something here to get momentum back on their side. Momentum is such a finicky thing, and some people don't even say it's real. It's all about the mentality of it, but it does feel like it's on Central's side.
We've got 3:02 left to go in the third quarter. Still one more quarter to play here at Walston Hoover. In the backfield with Dodd is Rudd. And they'll give it to him. He gets some blocks, and he's taken out of bounds.
Tripped up, I think. Yeah, did get tripped up inbounds actually there. About a 4-yard pickup for him.
So 2nd and 6. Ball's on Wartburg's 27.
Receiver is getting set. 2 on the left of Dodd, 1 on the right, as well as I believe that's still Rudd in the backfield with him.
Here we go. Dodd gets the snap, hands it off to Rudd, looking to bounce to the outside, and he's taken down. That's number 0, Evan Schrader, with the tackle for loss.
Yeah, and that's just a good job there, reading the run, getting exactly where he needed to be. Wartburg have not been able to do anything on the offensive side of the ball this quarter.
And we're inside 2 minutes in this third quarter. It's 3rd and 9.
The Central sideline, the fans getting real loud here. 3rd and long.
Dodd steps up. He takes off. He's close to the first down.
They're going to mark him down at the 34. And it will be a first down.
And there it is as Leo Dodd uses his legs to pick up that first down, keep this drive moving. That's exactly what the Knights needed right now.
Yeah, Dodd hasn't really been needing to use his legs that much, at least not to get forward progress, has used them to get out of a lot of pressure, but has always been able to find at least a way to throw the ball away or into the hands of a receiver. A good job there, picking up 9.
And there's another handoff to Dawson Rudd. He's still on his feet, churning those legs. Finally tackled their number 3, Ethan Thomas. So he'll pick up 6 yards with that carry. Got 30 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, I do think this will be the last play of the quarter before we head to the fourth. Really, it'll be interesting to see what Wartburg does here before we flip the field.
As Dodd Quick fire, Justice Bachman, another catch. Another first down, out of bounds. And Chris, that announcer jinx got you right in the mouth.
Yeah, the first down getting shoved out of bounds. Bachman doing a good job turning there, trying to fight through the contact, wasn't able to. But Wartburg seemed like they're going to churn through, and it actually will be the end of the third quarter.
Never mind. Look at you. You escaped it for now. We're going to take a break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
Discover more possibilities at Wartburg College. Explore your interests, pursue your passions, and gain the skills that lead to big opportunities. Carve your own path through rich hands-on experiences inside and outside the classroom. Our engaged faculty know you by name and go the extra mile. Study abroad, complete internships, and make meaningful connections that will last a lifetime. Apply for free today with no essay or testing required. Experience more at Wartburg College.
At Waverly Health Center, we're more than just a healthcare provider. We're your partner in wellness, offering a full range of care that supports your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup at one of our 4 family practice clinics or same-day care at our walk-in clinic, we provide quality care you can rely on. From unexpected illnesses to lifelong wellness, we're here for you every step of the way. Waverly Health Center, where your health is our priority.
Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision as we are getting ready for this first play, and Dawson Rudd spinning. Almost got out of that tackle, but he's wrapped up. As Wartburg leads as we enter this fourth quarter, 21-13 over Central.
Yeah, I got to the 15 there. Good job. But yeah, Wartburg have really been on the back foot since we hit the second half. I almost said North Central again. Central have done a good job of keeping the ball moving to the north. I guess it's the south end zone. I'm just wrong in all assets here.
Well, it's 2nd and 7 now. After the 3-yard pickup by Rudd. In motion, Swanstrom. They're looking for him. Instead, they'll fire. Past him, incomplete, couldn't make the catch. That's Jagger Schmidt. And that's 3rd and 7.
Yeah, the exact opposite of what Wartburg needed there. They really need to get this first down here. Again, like I said, they've struggled so far in this second half. They need to get something rolling here for themselves. They need to find a way to put something on the board to give themselves a little bit more of a cushion. They're not going to be satisfied with these 8 points that they're sitting on.
So 3rd and 7. Ball's on the 50, a big play for Wartburg. Defoe in motion. Stepping back is Dodd, in trouble, fires it away, and that brings up 4th down. The intended target there, Dylan Swanstrom.
Hoppus is going to have to head out to punt this one away again. On the day, he's had 4 punts for an average of 32 yards per. North Central have also had 4 punts, though, an average of 27. Hoppus, we know, does have an outstanding leg. He's going to have to use it to pin Central way back.
And he boots it, has a nice spiral on it, and it bounces, and it's picked up at the the 13-yard line. And that is where Central will take over as they look to tie up this game on their next drive.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do here. Obviously, yeah, they have an opportunity to tie this game back up. Only 8 points separate the Dutch from the Knights. They've done a great job. They know what works for their offense, and that's been quick passes, quick runs to the outside. Obviously, most of the strength of this Wartburg defense comes in that defensive line and those linebackers. They've done a good job of picking them apart.
And a quick pass, Grunder breaks through the tackle. So we are inside 14 minutes here. A 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Hoffman rolls out to his right. And on the ground, incomplete.
A lot of calls for a hold on the offense by the Wartburg fans. But they're going to get loud here. 3rd down and 6 to go for Central. They need anything here to avoid the 3 and out. Can't let themselves stall out on this drive.
And here we go, 3rd and 6. Empty backfield for Hoffman. He gets the snap. He fires across the middle. Hipped up. And Keenan Tyler with the deflection.
But good job being exactly where he needed to be. I believe that intended target was Nolan Meyer. Couldn't get to it, though. Central is going to have to punt this one away.
So Swanstrom back to receive. Lee going to boot it away. There it goes, and it's booted. Swanstrom takes it off the bounce and runs into his own man. He's taken down around the 45 in Central territory, and that's where Wartburg will take over as they look to extend their lead.
That's on Wartburg's side.
On Wartburg's side, excuse me.
Wartburg needs to get something rolling on this offensive drive, even if it's, it stalls out to a field goal. They need to do something to put more points up. They cannot let themselves they cannot find themselves punting this ball away again, as it looks like Central sets up in a pretty tight man coverage.
And some movement on the far side. A false start. And they'll give it to Justice Bachman. 1st and 15 now, and the ball is on the 40.
The Knights have really just let this one slip away from them. They need to tighten the ship up. They can't do anything else but really kick them out of sorts here. That's now their 4th penalty of the game for a total of 17 yards.
Dodd firing across the middle. Exdall, this time he hangs on. DeMilner with the tackle.
And that'll flip the Knights to the 49 of Central, getting on the opposite side of the field for what seems like the first time in a while.
So that brings up 2nd and 4. Anderson, the carry, spinning, rolling, that's a 1st down.
And anything the Knights can do to chip off the clock will be big here. Central only have one more timeout in this 4th quarter. They had to use their first 2 of the half in the 3rd to avoid delay of game calls because they were not set as an offense. I don't know if it was the noise they got to them, simply not understanding the play calls, but the Knights have done a good job of maintaining this pressure throughout, making sure that they have to waste those timeouts. They still sit on all 3 in case they need to use them themselves.
Here we go. Just over 12 minutes left to go in this game. Dodd back. Dodd, deep shot. Bachman makes the catch. And they'll say he's out of bounds, incomplete.
Tightly covered there. Couldn't see exactly who it was. I think that was Ben DeMilner. Has been a very strong man for the Dutch in coverage. Once again, a ball thrown his way is going to find its way incomplete.
So it's 2nd down and 10. 12:05. In motion is Swanstrom. He'll take a spot right next. They'll fake a handoff. Dodd looking. Will fire to Swanstrom as he'll get about 5 to the 40.
It didn't seem like that was what was designed up for the Knights. Did a good job of compromising and finding its way to pick up 5 yards as they sit on 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5. Anderson in the backfield with Dodd. Eggsdahl, Swanstrom, Bachman, the receivers. Rolling, firing. Eggsdahl up high for the catch and brought down.
Forward progress, they're going to give it to him. Past the 1st down marker, 1st down for the Knights.
And on this drive, Caleb Eggsdahl has made some great catches, some very important catches.
Yeah, trying to help this offense start back up. Again, they scored 21 in the first half. A lot of that came off of the passing offense, which we didn't expect up here. Wartburg, well known for being a rush-heavy offense, at least to start the game off. They flipped it. They started throwing the ball quickly, scored in their first 2 drives, have stalled out since, but they're doing a good job of picking it back up.
Swanstrom in motion again. This time, they'll hand it off. He's on the outside, still on his feet, inside the 20-yard line and a 1st down.
Wartburg returning to the red zone for the first time since the 1st quarter.
So 10 minutes to go here in a Walston Hoover. Wartburg in the red zone. Handoff to Anderson, brought down quickly. That's Evan Schrader again.
As we have this little downtime right here, I do want to point out something that is very important to this Wartburg football program. You can kind of see it on the back of their helmets. It is a pink ribbon, as well as the cheerleaders on the sideline having a 1 pink pom-pom and pink ribbons in their hair for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as October is the month for breast cancer awareness. Wartburg doing everything they can to show out and show their support.
So 2nd and 10, a pass. Eggsdahl, another catch. And a flag on the play in the backfield.
That came a little late, too. We're going to wait to hear what the call is, but either way, a completed pass. Decent pickup there, about 9 yards for Eggsdahl.
And personal foul, roughing the passer. Half the distance to the goal, and a 1st down at the 5.
The Knights are capitalizing once again off of penalties by Central. They cannot let themselves slip into what happened in those first 2 drives for Wartburg in the first half. Wartburg sitting at the 5 of a great chance of capitalizing.
Dawson Rudd in there. And Swanstrom in motion. And they'll hand off to Rudd. And he falls down. And he's in. A touchdown. Dawson Rudd's 3rd of the game.
And all of that set up once again. Cole Hotz blazing the path. Rudd literally had a hand on his back, following his blocker, doing exactly what he needs to do. Touchdown, Wartburg. They reestablished their 2-score lead, and Hoppus is going to be back out there to try to make it even larger.
A big insurance score for the Knights. They lead 27-13. We'll see how this extra point goes. Hoppus boots it up and boots it through. It is now 28-13.
And a score that was needed for Wartburg put Central even more on the back foot. Again, only 1 timeout left as they have got 9:14 left to go in this football game. They are trailing 15. Wartburg's defense need to step back up and put the pressure back on that they did in the first half. Obviously, the shutout in the first half is what gave Wartburg such an amazing position. They just let it slip away play by play. They cannot let that keep happening here.
And with 9:14 on the clock, still plenty of time for Central. But for now, Wartburg leads 28-13. On the back of 3 rushing touchdowns by Dawson Rudd.
And that's kind of exactly what you expect to see out of Wartburg's offense. Ground game, ground game, ground game. They've just done a really good job of mixing it up into their pass game. Their pass game has really been alive, especially in that first half. And with Exetal, they've done a great job of finding a quick option when it's needed.
And Caleb Exetal might, even though Dawson Rudd got in for the score, Caleb Exetal might have been the MVP on that drive. 2 first catches for first downs, and of course that catch prior to the touchdown. And that's Pollock there, is still on his feet, trying to get to the outside, but he's thrown down. Looks like number 13 was there. Ryan Doyle with the tackle.
They have ball at the 35, so essentially what it would have been had it been a touchback. Just a lot more effort used, but more importantly, more time chewed off the clock for Wartburg. As ball gets set down in that right hash mark. Central in the huddle. Their play clock is rolling. They have had troubles in this half with the play clock. Again, as I've been saying, 2 of their timeouts were used to stop delay of game calls.
So 1st and 10 on Central's own 25. A fake, and Geyer's in there, and finally Jack Drahos brings down Hoffman.
Quite literally 3 players got in on that one. Tyler Geyer, Owen Hatcher, and obviously Jack Drahos finishes it off.
Drahos, at the very least, will get another half sack. And there's almost picked off through the hands of Mac Watts. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, a yard further actually, for 3rd down.
Central is rolling, no huddle their offense. They know their plan. They are going to go pass, pass, pass. Get the ball downfield as fast as possible here.
Hoffman fires deep and off the hands of Tyler Geyer. He almost picked that one off. It would have been his 3rd of the year, but that'll bring up 4th down instead.
Punt unit is going to come out. Is going to stop the clock for Central, which that is a positive for them of it bouncing off of the hands of Geyer. He certainly is going to be beating himself up for that one. Had it in his hands, just a quick turnaround, and the ball was right there.
So Lee will be back out to punt this one away. 8:19 on the clock. Swanstrom back to receive for the Knights. And that's a great punt. Swanstrom forced back to the 25. Tries to break through a pair of Dutch defenders, but he can't split the defense. He'll get taken down at the 26.
And with 8:10 left in this football game, Wartburg still have a lot of work chipping time away. But if they switch back to this run-heavy offense that they are known for, would not be surprised if it works out well for them. Just depends on what the calls are from the sideline. Their pass game has been a great option for them, though. Any incomplete passes will stop the clock, make it even better potentially for Central. Double-edged sword here on whether they want to go for big yardage or for chewing clock.
On the back next to Dodd is Anderson, and he's through, rolling, and a 1st down for Joey Anderson.
Well, I picked between chewing clock and making big plays. Anderson, a good pickup of 11 there. 1st down on one play for Wartburg.
So that will chew a little bit of clock. We're inside 8 minutes here at Walston Hoover. Wartburg leads 28-13 over Central. Anderson switches which side of Dodd he's on. Ott, a little bit of motion, fake handoff, and looking, Exdal up and down with the catch.
Wide open once again. Exdal has done a great job of being exactly where he needs to. Wide open for passes been a great option for Dodd. And the thing is, there's not even quick dump-offs. Those are passes into first down areas, at least a nice pickup of yardage on every pass. Just no one has been around him. Exeter has done a great job of finding the open spaces in the zone.
So the ball right on the 50. Dodd and Anderson in the backfield. Swanstrom motion, handoff to Swanstrom, and this time it goes nowhere. Evan Schrader makes the tackle for loss.
Yeah, the jet sweep isn't going to do anything but waste more time, and that certainly is fine with Wartburg. We get closer and closer with about 6 minutes left in this football game. Do still have the 2-minute warning as well as that one central timeout. Wartburg, though, are certainly going to want to put up more points to extend that lead to as much as possible.
2nd and 11. Dodd rolling, firing on the run. Incomplete pass, the intended target Exdal.
Yeah, couldn't get there. The ball too far in front of him, couldn't dive on it. This is going to stop the clock. 5's all the way down.
That'll bring up 3rd down and 11. Empty backfield again for Dodd.
Also, no tight ends lined up on the line for Wartburg.
In trouble, avoids a couple sacks, and dumps it off. Joey Anderson, and taken down just before the first down marker.
On the tackle there, I believe that is number 21, Gavin Smith, doing a good job. 1 yard away, Wartburg is from the first down. And that was just honestly a great job there by Smith to get where he needed to be. Stops the first down from being converted. Wartburg are going to decide do they want to go for it, or is Jackson Hoppus going to step out there and punt this one away? They might just waste time here, call a timeout.
There it is. It'll be a timeout. Wartburg with 5:04 left to go as they are facing a 4th and 1. We're going to take a short break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
At Wartburg College, you can receive up to $1,500 towards study away, internships, research opportunities, and more through our Nights Experience program. Go beyond the classroom to unlock your potential, discover who you are, and build skills that open doors to an exciting future, all for less than you might think. Our dedicated professors are here to guide and engage you every step of the way. Visit campus to see how you can experience more at Wartburg College.
Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. My name is Caleb Kammerer alongside Chris Guerrero in a game in which Wartburg leads 28-13 over Central.
And they're going to go for it here on a 4th and 1 situation. They're 2 for 2 so far on converting 4th downs.
Here we go. Tight ends motioning. A second motion. Here they go. Under center is Dodd. And it looked like they were trying to get Central to jump off sides. They'll pick up a delay of game.
And here is when you just send out Jackson Hoppus to send this ball away. If you've watched some NFL social medias recently, you've seen there's a clip. I can't remember what quarterback it is, talking about how it never worked. I think it was Patrick Mahomes, talking about how the attempt to draw players offside never works, of course, with a few more expletives. But it certainly is hard to get a defense to jump offside when they when they think it's just going to be, well, don't move when the ball till the ball doesn't move, and especially in a 4th and 1.
And Hoppus has a good one. Smith makes the fair catch. The ball right on the 15, and Central will look to make it a 1-score game once again.
4:59, just under 5 minutes to go left in this football game. Central do trail 2 scores. They're down 28-13. Wartburg's defense needs to really stand up here. They've started in the 3rd quarter. They really let the game slip away, but they've done a good job of standing up for themselves here in this 4th.
And Hoffman tried to fake, but Hatcher's in there quickly.
That's just a great read of the situation. Going for the play action. It was sort of an option play, just did not go well for Central. They're going to move back 2 yards.
Hoffman, and Drawhouse is in there again!
Flag is on the ground. Going to wait to see what the call is. It'll be a hold on Central. Penalty will be declined. Motion over to Coach Chris Winter. That'll be 3rd down and way back for Central now.
Excuse me, got excited because I saw Drawhouse get in there first, but it was actually Jake Walker and Owen Hatcher who picked up the sack.
3rd down for Central in their own 10-yard line now. A lot of pressures on them here. They need to get this ball away, at least pick up 10 yards here to be able to go for it on 4th down, as they've got less than 4:20 to go in this game.
And 18 yards to go. Hoffman back. A short dump off to the running back. And he's still moving and grooving, but he's brought down. A big pickup. It looks like it'll be about, I believe, 14 yards. And so 4th and 4 with 3:45 left to go in the 4th quarter.
Timeout taken by Central, their last of the football game. It'll be used here. They needed to assess what exactly will happen for them on this play.
3:46 left to go. Still plenty of time as long as you're passing along the sidelines, but you have to get the clock to stop. But before they do anything, they have to get this 4th down.
Yeah, they're 0 for 1 on 4th down conversion so far on the day. And that's coming off of being pretty decent coming into this one. They were 6 for 8 on the year. So, I mean, one of the better 4th down converting teams in the nation, just not able to do it so far. And when they got 4 yards to cover up, they certainly know how to pick up those yards. Obviously, that screen pass to the side did work very well for them. Picked up, what about 15 yards? It's just that they need to have a play similar to that. Things will be rolling pretty well for them. Will be pretty hard here. The pressure's all on.
4th and 4 for the Dutch. In motion is Keegan Glover. He's back, firing. He's got his man downfield with the catch. That's number 11, Kyle Norton, and a 1st down.
Central has to run up to the line of scrimmage now. They're just going to have to run this play quickly.
Hoffman does his cadence quickly, gets the snap deep and caught. As that flips field position, Keegan Glover makes the catch. Mac Watts brings him down.
I think actually the first contact there came from Blake Jansen. Watts had tried to jump for the ball, went over his head.
And Hoffman, under pressure, fires it low. Kyle Norton, the intended receiver, and we're inside 3 minutes. 2nd and 10. Ball is on Wartburg's 41.
The defense now getting a bit of a second to breathe. The offense getting a bit of a second to decide what they're going to roll with. Now they're just going to have to look to the sideline, go with whatever's being thrown out. There'll be an actual discussion here about what the play call is.
So 2nd and 10. We see Grunder next to Hoffman. Hoffman back. Hoffman, deep shot, off the hand, broken up by Blake Jansen.
That interception there probably would have done it for the football game. Jansen just can't get the rest of his hands to it off of the fingertips. 3rd and 10, though. Central need to convert at least a lot of yardage on this one.
Wartburg has had a lot of near chances for picks. Watts had one go just over his head. Geyer had one go off his hands. Jansen's had one go off his hands. We've had a couple diving attempts as well. We just haven't been able to get that turnover. But Hoffman's back. McDonald hits him as he throws. And incomplete pass.
A little hand fighting there for the ball, but it'll drop nothing on it. A lot of pressure in, too, on Hoffman.
Jarofsky, the intended target there, and it's now 4th and 10, 2:43 left to go in this game.
This is probably the biggest play of the football game. Central converts this, and they got another chance to score. They don't. Game is probably all wrapped up.
Hoffman back and well over the head of his receiver Glover. And a turnover on downs.
The sun breaks through the clouds, and it's showing a Wartburg win up in the sky.
2:38 left to go here in this 4th quarter. Still got that 2-minute warning.
Yeah, Wartburg needs to just kind of pound the ball on the ground, waste as much time as possible. Quite literally one play here will take them to the 2-minute warning. Central need to be up and in the face as possible of this Wartburg run game. Can't let them get free at all.
In motion, the wide receiver Heather. They'll hand off to Rudd, looking for an opening. He found one, but it wasn't open for long. He's tackled. He'll pick up about 3.
And Wartburg is just going to let it roll to the 2-minute warning.
So it'll be 2nd and 8 by the time we come back, because Wartburg.
Yeah, they're showing no intention of getting back to that football.
And here we are. That's the 2-minute timeout. We're going to take that break with them. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.
At Wartburg College, you can receive up to $1,500 towards study away, internships, research opportunities, and more through our Knights Experience program. Go beyond the classroom to unlock your potential, discover who you are, and build skills that open doors to an exciting future, all for less than you might think. Our dedicated professors are here to guide and engage you every step of the way. Visit campus to see how you can experience more at Wartburg College.
Financial planning can help keep your personal goals on track. But for some of us, a financial plan looks more like this. It includes building a legacy for your loved ones, college savings for your little ones. Maybe you're passionate about giving back to your community, or you want to pay it forward to causes you care about. At Thrivent, our business is helping guide your finances, but our ambition is to make it mean so much more. Thrivent, where money means more.
And the pitch is there. And it's up the middle. Dawson Rudd with the carry. Welcome back to Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication. My name's Caleb Kimmer alongside Chris Guerrero as Wartburg is staring at a 3rd and 3 with 1:35 left to go.
Yeah, they convert this, and that probably will be the football game for the number 7 in the nation in both the AFCA and D3Football.com polls. The Knights in the top 7 there. The Central Dutch currently sitting 14-14. Look like they're facing a loss here against this conference opponent.
Heather in motion. Rudd with the carry. That's a first down and more. Milner with the tackle. And Wartburg looks like they're going to pick up another victory. Right now, the score stands 28-13. That's likely where we'll end, as we are now inside of 1 minute.
Yeah, just one more snap of the football. Play clock will be behind, and victory formation here. The Knights getting ready to celebrate yet another victory.
And there we go. It's like they just missed the play clock.
Leo Dodd going to have to get ready to take the knee once again, and that will be the final play of the football game. A hard-fought one here in Walston Hoover. The Knights came out to an early lead, but the Central fought back, and they fought hard till eventually this fourth quarter confirmed it. The Knights remain undefeated.
The second knee will do it as this game is over. Wartburg 28, Central 13. They take down their rival in the ARC as they now extend games 1 in a row to 4. They've now taken 6 of the last 8. As Wartburg remains undefeated, and now 8-0. Central falls to 6-1.
Yeah, still an outstanding game from 2 of the top teams in Division III. Wartburg, though, coming out on top, did a great job of just staying in the game. That third quarter was obviously the hardest part for them. They give up 13 points to the Dutch, 2 field goals and a touchdown. They did not let that deter them, though. They come around, score a touchdown in the fourth. It puts them back up to an insurmountable lead for the Dutch.
So that's how this one ends. Wartburg 28, Central 13. As we have the fight song play, Wartburg on the back of Justice Bachman, who recorded 124 yards through the air on 7 catches with a touchdown. And of course, Dawson Rudd, 98 yards on the ground and 3 touchdowns, the hat trick for him.
And a very long break for him, too, a 45-yard gain on just 1 run. Did a good job there. Defensively for the Knights, a total of, do the math, that's 5 sacks on the day. Jack Drahos leading it with 2 solo and 1 assisted. 2.5 for him on the day. A total of 22 yards brought back by just him. A great job on the defense. Of course, a few breakups there. With the most there was Jake Walker. Had put his hand up, broke up passes at the line a few times that Wartburg couldn't get up. No turnovers by either squad. Did a good job there. Offensively, the top performer for Central was Grunder on the ground. Picked up a total of 36 yards on the ground, as well as the only touchdown of the game for Central. But the passing leader and the big standout was Hunter Hoffman.
And that's how this one ends. Wartburg 28, Central 13. Thank you to everyone who has been watching, and thank you, of course, to our camera ops, to our control room. None of this could happen without them. Chris and I, once again, just the voices here. We're here for another Wartburg victory. Thank you for watching. Don't go, have a good time. Go somewhere, go have fun. You've been watching Wartburg football on Night Vision, brought to you by the Wartburg College Department of Journalism and Communication.